Fasting is a highly referenced tool for the kingdom. Fasting also handles psychological issues. Fasting is an ingredient for the total wholeness of man. As believers, we must make choices that alleviates our level of life consistently. We must evaluate ourselves and make choices that consistently alleviates our lives. You don't make choices to go backwards. You make choices to go forward. I've been privileged to lead people. Sometimes people take decisions that set them backwards. And then the bad part of it all, that they defend the bad decisions they take. And I've always said that one of the things you should learn, and you should come to me and ask questions, your timeline of decisions must first be prophetic before it is natural. Anytime you're taking a decision, it must first be prophetic before it is natural. If it is not prophetic and it is emotional, the best of the earth will destroy it. But if it is prophetic, it will stand the test of time and end up in the place where God has directed you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. There's a way that seemeth right unto man. It's good for you, but the end thereof is the way of death. Proverbs 19 from verse 20. It says, receive instruction and counsel, so at the end you will not mourn. May you not mourn in Jesus' name. This is a good year. Look at that. Hear counsel, receive instructions, that thou mayest be wise at the end. The end is what matters. Not today. Not how you feel today. Not what you heard. Not what you are seeing, where you are going to. So choices must be made with a careful sense of fasting. Fasting is a kingdom tool to take, and it is prophetic, and taking a fast is the right decision to take. So be sensitive to it and be sensible approaching fasting. It's not a church doctrine, it's a God doctrine. It's a life doctrine for you. Also take note that fasting is a super growth capsule. It's a capsule for man's growth. When you fast, your circumference, your frame as a man starts taking basic dimensions in life. So let's go to the business of today, commanding your world. Quickly. Structures are super makers of this world. Structures are super makers of the earth. The earth is governed by systems, and control systems control the world. Matthew said in Matthew 5:13-16, he said, ye are the salt of the earth, and ye are also the light of the world. And he went about by saying, a city on a hill. That means we are the high-tech generation. The high-tech generation. Are people not to hide? Are people to be seen? We are people that everywhere we enter, we should be noticed. 1 Peter 2:9, we are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, not bypassers, but pace setters, keepers of records, makers of results, not quitters but givers. So take note of these pictures I'm trying to put in your spirit. Rulers don't rule by mistake. They rule by throne. Please take note. Rulers don't rule by error, they rule by a throne. And it is the throne of the ruler that defines his authority. So without the authority, the throne has no powers. And the ruler becomes insignificant. Lift your two hands up. May you live here and take over this world. Complaints only make you weak. Those who complain, it makes you weak. Those who have attitude issues, it makes you backwards. Those who know what to do are those who take over territories. What we lack, I was looking at the 15 years plan of the Moroccan kingdom to alleviate sports. They said they're planning for sports for 15 years. They built world-class stadiums everywhere. Because you see, if you are lazy in the mind, you will beg for bread. The world is ruled by systems, not by talkatives. That's why you should stop talking too much. Not by talkatives. Not by arrogant behaviors. The world is ruled by systems of the earth. So what are the things now that you have prayed? In Luke 4:1-12, you have prayed. You've prayed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday you have prayed. Judges 16:25-29, I've told you what to pray. I hope you prayed. And let me take you to the next level. What next will I do after I have prayed? As I want to show you. Number one, you must gain access now to knowledge in that of profession. Luke 4:15-19. What do you know in that your career? Because now that the territory will respond to you, what knowledge do you have? Look at that. After Jesus has finished taking over the baton of power, he went to open the Bible. He went to read. Look at that. He taught in their synagogues. Go to 16. After he has won the devil in the mountain, look at that. He came to Nazareth and he brought up as a custom. He went into the synagogue and the Sabbath day he stood before them. What did he do? He read. Somebody say knowledge. Shout, say knowledge. 17, please. Read. He read. He trained himself. Per knowledge. And there was delivered unto him the book of Elijah. And when he had opened the book, he found in a place where it was written. He read. Knowledge. 18. Knowledge. Spirit of the Lord. Look at that. This is the dividends of training. By 19, look at that. Please follow me what I'm showing you today. There was an exchange of power. He took control of governance of the earth and of the heavens. But he came back to read. He came back, go to 19. He came back to study. So he preached, go to verse 20. Then look at what happened to him. So he closed the book and he gave it again to the minister and sat down, and all eyes and the eyes of all them that were in the synagogue were fasting on him. You see, your product approach is tied to your level of knowledge. That's why you must train yourself to know. Train yourself to know something. Gra only make you gregarious. It does not pass a message. Know something. Know. And knowledge today is very cheap to acquire. Are you following me now? It's everywhere. It's only a fool that tells me knowledge. Knowledge is the cheapest thing to get now. Everywhere there's knowledge, everywhere. If you want to get it. Around your house, inside your phone, in books everywhere. It's everywhere. There are online trainings everywhere. People are getting PhD online. They don't need to go anywhere. They sit in their houses and get master's degrees in their parlor. They don't need to travel anywhere, sir. They sit in their house and get a degree. Train yourself in that your profession. And stop giving excuses. Say somebody is using charm to reduce your customers. You have taken control of the ninth. Now read yourself out of knowledge. Because the prayer you did at night has cleared the cloud. But knowledge will progress the product. Knowledge will progress the product. A good driver who casts out demons, they should not have accident, and does not know how to drive and go away from all these road bumps, he go die. That is not power now. This is knowledge that he does not have. Are you with me here now? Are you following me, everybody? So that's number 2 thing you must do is have a role that you play on the earth. The products that you represent, what role are they playing on the earth? Luke 4, 24, 26, 27. The thing you do should play a major role. Jesus said a prophet is not accepted in his town. That means because he presented what others don't have. What is your role? Are you the best mechanic? The best fashion designer in Asaba? You have an outstanding role that nobody can play outside you. I will never preach any man's message in my life, but there's enough to preach. Are you following me? Today I was doing an in-room preparation for this fast, and the Lord opened me up to the power of kindness. I'll show you a little bit of the power of kindness. Anybody that will control realms must be kind. You can't be greedy and control powers in the heavens. You can never. Kindness. I saw kindness in a level. If I teach you kindness, you will see greed and run. Because it will keep you in a place of struggle for life if you're not kind. This one, I was not preparing to prepare a message. I was just walking about and thinking scriptures. And I saw Abraham. And I saw the Garden of Eden. And God said to me, do you know that I was so kind to Adam? If he was kind to me, he would have left the garden. He gave him light, gave him life, gave him power, everything. Adam, what did Adam give to God? Nothing. Because he was not giving back. That's why he lost the garden for free. When Jesus came, he came because of kindness. He gave his life for kindness. And that's why his name remains for eternity. Kindness. This one I was not praying. I was just walking around my prayer room. And he came. He said the role you play is what progresses what you do. That usher, that singer, that businessman, that shop. They have 3 shops. They call it those 3 shops. No! Your role should be different from the others. The way you package your product, different. The way you hold your own meetings, the way you do your own job. Even when they are going against you, but they cannot stop the perfection of your product. Even when people are saying, no, but they can stop it. Because they will see quality in what you produce. So anybody who says he's stingy, you will remain there with a poor life of no product. Number 3, what solution are you solving? What problems are you really solving? Luke 4, 32, 41. We go to 32. You need to start solving problems with what you have. Jesus came and began to solve problems. Go to 33, 34, 35. He solved the problem. He started casting out devils. Look at demons living. They didn't see this. They never saw this before. He brought it out. As they appeared, demons were jumping out. Look at demons flying out. He started solving problems. Is your workspace solving problems? Everybody's eating the same food, the same taste, the same cloth, the same sewing style. You win a law case, the same approach, everything the same. Your business pattern, the same. What problems are you solving? What are you solving? They are coming to you. You are not solving anything. And that's why you remain there. You're looking for a free ground that others have created to go and step on it. Say, if I go to America, you will go there, I'm useless. What did you solve? I always say, people who stay in Asaba and cannot take advantage of the peace here cannot go anywhere and succeed. Are you following what I'm saying? A poor man in Nigeria is a poor man in America. Are you following what I'm saying? Here it's easier for you. If you don't work, you go chop here. If you don't work there, you will starve for life. Are you know what I'm saying? You need to do 3 jobs to survive. Here, if you even do 2 hours, you will survive. And then that kind of person goes there. In 1 year, they will take a passport and push you in the boot of a plane to bring you back here. So what problems are you actually, but what problems are you solving? What is your business solving on this earth? What is your job solving here? Touch your name on it. What is your job solving on the earth? What is your calling doing on this earth? See, I'm a pastor, and so what are you solving? What are you solving? I'm a lawyer, but we can't win one case. Are you a doctor? You can't cure headache. You cry more than the person who is sick. But you're a doctor. You can solve anybody's problem. You are an online agent. You can't increase somebody's page. Nothing. It is the problems you solve that advances your product. Solve a problem. Jesus solved demons. Number 4, what impact is your product producing on the earth? You were a teacher. How many students have you taught that have master's degree? You taught the children, they passed with first class. You said this student is Ben Cassin's mother was an illiterate, didn't go to school. She has Charles and Cassin, foolish boys, they don't have sense. They were failures in school. What did she do? She is a cleaner in a rich man's house. You know what she did? You see, education is not for the one who has sense. It's for the one who knows where he's going to. When you know where you're going to, you become an outstanding student anywhere in the world. She told the boys, now that you don't have sense, no TV, get used to library. That's all. She pushed her children to the library and shut the TV box. And then when they come to do the assignment, she will sit down and tell them, do your assignment. Mommy, 1 + 1. She said, you do it. They taught you in class. She doesn't know it. But she never showed them that she didn't know it. Ben Cassin is one of the greatest students that ever lived on the earth. CMS twins part together by Ben Cassin. Ladies and gentlemen, create impact with your career here. Stop looking for another job. Create impact with the one you are doing. Play the keyboard that when another person comes to play, he will be looking stupid. Are you following what I'm saying? You do a furniture for somebody, you do it. It's a long-lasting furniture that anybody that sees it will come back to your name. Anything you do wrongly abuses your image. Anything you do wrongly abuses your image. If you're an electrician, you do a bad job, it's your image involved. If you sell a bad car, it's your image. You sell a wrong land, it's your image. Anything you do in life, you sing a song and it is wrong, it's your image involved in it. Because you had the time to do that thing well. So let me end with this. This is my new revelation I got now about how kindness can take over the world. Part of kindness, when you see where people don't get kind, show them kindness. It's so powerful. Kindness is a God on its own. How powerful is America and China and Russia? What, if I ask you, what makes them powerful? Is the ability to feed the poor nations. That's all. And remember, if they come to your country, they will make a deal with you and take what is important to you. But first, they come to show you kindness. I wrote in my book, kindness is purposeful. It comes with expectation. And it empowers when needed. These teachings, you don't hear them anywhere. They are my own making. I have a message to preach on this earth. I don't need to copy anybody. People need to copy me. That's why I follow nobody in his life. I have a father to be instructed. Because I need that. I'm a man. To stay under guide. So I don't misbehave. It's a useless child that lives a useless life. A child with a parent does not behave anyhow. But let me show you a picture here and I shut down. But the world takeover is tied to kindness. It's a spirit. Genesis 18, 2, 10. Let me show you what Abraham did there. For Abraham's destiny to shoot up, kindness was the key. I'm going to break few scriptures there for you. Please watch. So in case you're sitting here and say, I will never be kind again, you have just shot your entire power level. Your power line has been shot for life. Your power line in life to control demons, to control anything, has been shot for life. The Chinese man can't speak English, but his kindness can speak to you. His kindness. The Arabian man can't speak English, but their kindness will speak to you. Look at the scripture there. Now, look at it. Look, all of you look at the scripture. Don't worry. Don't write. Look, watch. And he lifted up his eyes. You see something? You need to see the problem yourself. They don't need to beg you. I'm changing the orientation of man to you. Nobody should come to you and beg you for help. He lifted up his eyes and he saw the people himself. When I saw this scripture, they didn't come and say we are hungry. No. Abraham saw the man himself. You are seeing things and passing them. And saying, God is showing you things to take care of. So you can take control. But no. No. They didn't come. They were passing. Abraham looked at them and saw them. And he lifted up his eyes and saw them. When he saw, he looked. He saw 3 men stood by him. When he saw them, he ran to meet them. Everything he did by himself. He saw them. He ran to them. And he bowed himself, humility, to the people. And begged them. Look at verse 3. And he begged. Can you please come and eat? Say, my Lord, now if I have found this is begging in thy sight, please pass not away. I pray, dear thy servant. Today, people need to be begged to be kind. And that's why there are no rewards in giving anymore. There are no rewards. People are giving no result. No result at all. They are giving with pride. People are giving no result. No result anyway. They need to be begged, approached. And kindness is the power control source that controls the entire earth. America cannot live without it. If America stops giving, America will collapse. If China stops giving, China will collapse. Because it has, let me tell you something and I close. Do you know what God feasts with? God and the devil understands one thing. Kindness. If the devil wants to get you, he gives you first. That's all. He will take bunch of monies and attract you first. That's how the devil works. Man is in the center between God and the devil. So if you want to get powers for wealth in this life, you must learn how to be kind. By force. You don't need to like it. It's a by force law. Kind to people. Let me show you one that got me shouted. Acts 10:38. This one is Jesus Christ. Today people are pushing you. I beg. You're not kind to your workers. You're not kind to your children. You're not kind to people. You're not kind to anybody. I read, everybody read. With what? He went about doing what? Say kindness. That was why he had access to the cross. And today his name remains the ever strengthened name for life. What I have seen today, kindness is more stronger than your prayer life, sir. Kindness. Don't bother. Just be kind to people. It's a spiritual resources. If you stop being ugly to people's life and start being kind, you are investing on power and a takeover of your business destiny. Your business will fly better if you stay kind. Stand on your feet. Just wake up. Man is in the midst of this drama. Kindness can take control of an entire generation. Kindness. Kindness. And that's why if you're not kind, don't pray for your business to grow. There's no need for that prayer. Have you noticed a man who has a shrine, who has a business that is not going to church? They invest on occultism. They have a percentage of what they make. They send to a certain shrine to awake power. You just come to church, pay a tithe of 2,000 naira, and you start shouting up and down. There is nothing coming out of you. You want the business growth. From where? From where is it going to come from? Go back and start reading. Go and play a role. Be the best car driver. Impact life with it. Solve outstanding problems. Stop complaining. Every small thing you do, people know. Everything you do, people are aware. Impact nations with your gift. You need every time they should encourage you. Encourage me. Encourage me. Encourage me. This is your destiny we are talking about. This is your life we are talking about. You need to be encouraged. You are always discouraged. You are always discouraged. This is your destiny we are talking about. You are always discouraged. What impact are you spreading around in your business field? What impact are you spreading around town? What impact? You wonder why the Muslims are rich? Check their impact. Check their impact in the room of kindness. Check it. Check them. They can feed the whole village. That is the takeover mechanism. Takeover mechanism. When you hear somebody say, I just give this to this, I just give this to this, they are tapping into power. Somebody buys a house and dash a church, dash a man of God, dash somebody, give a plane, do this. They are tapping into power. Yeah, he are complaining every day. Complaining. You don't want to progress with your life. They are tapping into a long-lasting power. Let's change the nature of our business in this town. Let's change it. Train yourself. Play your role. Be outstanding in your product. Then be kind. Can't be wicked to your workers, wicked to people, wicked to your clients. You can't be doing that to yourself. That's a shut down way of business. Please watch me, watch me. Kenneth Copeland went to preach with Grateful Dollars Church. He's a pilot by training. He drove on a robot as a young boy. Arrived at Grateful Dollars Church with 2 aircraft. One that he came with and an extra one. On his way going back, he said, Grateful, this is your plane. He dashed him and walked away. He has given 3 aircraft in his lifetime, up to 8 in his lifetime. A pastor. You see, you want to know America is rich? Check their kind rate. You want to break out of that, your small business, your kind rate. Your kind rate. Your kindness rate. Finish. The people that walk with me, a time will come in their life, they will not need any man. Because of the rate of wealth I will give them. Your kindness rate. That is your ratio for explosion on the earth. How can people be begging you to give to them when you can see a need to meet yourself? You can see a need. Your eyes are seeing it. As you take the person sitting next door to you in your compound is starving. And you're praying for business growth. The person next door there is starving. You have an empty car driving to church, you can't carry a member. The person next door is trekking to church. That is a business avenue for your own growth. Let us retire this thing. People need to come and beg us. That's why we don't have. Abraham saw it and ran after it.